Yoga sculpt, yoga Pilates. We'll do a mixture of yoga and Pilates. We'll do a quick warm-up, set of blocks, and a set of light weights. Go ahead and find a child's pose, drawing your knees wide towards the edges of your mat, sinking your hips towards your heels. Gently rest your forehead on the floor or a block as you stretch your arms out long to the top of the mat. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe adding some movement in your forehead from side to side. Maybe add a sway of your hips from left to right. Adding some movement here in your child's pose for 3. That's 2. Last one. On your inhale, rise up to a tabletop. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze, deep inhale. On your exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine, create space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, tuck your toes, spread your fingers wide. Exhale, press the tops of your feet in towards the floor. Tabletop cat and cow, moving here with your breath. Spread your collarbone wide on your inhales. Exhale, let it all go. One more round here with your breath. Come back to a neutral spine. Bump the hips side to side. Tuck your toes, walk your hands a palm print forward. Lift your hips coming to our first downward facing dog. Begin to bend and extend into one knee at a time. Walking your dog as you pedal your heels. Biceps continue to hug in towards your ears. Deep bend and extend. On your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, step your right foot between your palms. Left hand stays on the floor on a block inside of your right foot, right arm reaches to the sky. Circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder forwards and backwards. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, tap your left hip, thread the needle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep and tap, right hand to left hip. Inhale, rise one more time. Exhale, sweep and tap. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Draw your right arm back, left arm forward, revolved high lunge. Draw both arms up, gaze is center, high crescent. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, lightning crescent, and hold. Draw your arms around front, big circle. Pivot your left toes, open your left arm out to the horizon, warrior 2. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend. Inhale, lift and stay. Draw your left arm down your left leg, reverse your triangle. Feel the stretch along the front side of your right body. Inhale, arms to the horizon, palms down. Bump your hips back, reach your right fingertips forward. Right arm down, left arm up. Find your triangle. Stay here or pulse it for 5. That's 4. 3. Last 2. And hold it low. Change nothing in the arms. Bend your front knee. Bent knee triangle. Keeping that front right knee bent, seal your left bicep to your left ear. Extended side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pivot your left toes, cartwheel down, frame your right foot. Step your left foot back. Option to lower the knees, elbows tucked in, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Come back to your breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, reach your left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, step your left foot between your palms. Right hand can stay on the floor on a block inside of your left foot. Reach your left arm to the sky. Circle out your left wrist. Circle out your shoulder, forwards and backwards. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, tap your right hip, thread the needle. Inhale, reach, 2 more. Exhale, sweep and tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Keep the T in the arms. Lift your chest, left arm back, right arm forward. Revolve lunge. Bring your gaze center, both arms overhead, high crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep the arms back, hold it here. Draw the arms around in front. Pivot your right toes, open your right arm up, warrior 2. Deep bend that front left knee. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend. 1 more, inhale, lift and stay. Draw your right arm down your right leg, or tuck it around toward your left hip, reverse your triangle. Inhale, come back to center, tee out the arms. Bump your hips to the back of your mat and reach your left fingertips long. Tuck your left hand down, right arm up, find your triangle. Stacking your top shoulder over the bottom. Stay here or pulse it for 3. All right, now we're gonna do 3. We did 5 on the other side. 3, 2. All right, hold it low, bend into that front left knee. Keep the T in the arms. Bent knee triangle. Keep that knee bent, seal your right bicep to your right ear. Extended side. Inhale through your right fingertips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel down, frame your left foot, pivot your right toes. Step your left foot back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Once you arrive, inhale, cobra. Exhale, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Deep inhale, deep exhale. All right. Go ahead and grab a block. Place it between your thighs. Coming back to that down dog. Biceps hug your ears, hips are elevated, engage your core. From your down dog, squeeze that block. Bend your knees, bring your shins parallel, power dog. Press forward, find your high plank. Pike the hips up, back to down dog. We're going to reverse it. Press forward, find that high plank. Press your hips to the sky, bend your knees, shins parallel to the floor, power dog. Straighten your legs, hips to the sky, down dog. One more time each side. Bend the knees, power dog, shins parallel. Press forward, high plank. Lift the hips, use your lower abs, down dog. Press forward, find your high plank. Bend the knees, hips lift, power dog. Straighten the legs, hips elevate even higher, down dog. Rock forward. Release that block from your knees or your thighs. Set it off to the side. Plant your hand down. Lower all the way down. Once you arrive, bring that block between your palms. Reach it out long in front. Locust, lift and lower, arms and legs. Here we go. That's 10. And lower. 9. And lower. 8 more. Squeeze in your backside. 7 more. 6 more. All right, halfway. You got it. Squeeze your glutes. That's 4. Last 3. Last 2. All right, last one. Hold everything lifted. Block between your palms. Bring it to your right hand. Transfer it behind you to the left hand. Bring it forward. Bring that block behind you. Left hand. Transfer it to the right. Bring it forward 2 more times. Each direction. Right hand to left. Pass it behind. Try to keep those legs lifted. Left to right. 1 more time. Each direction. You got this. To right. All right, lower your legs. Lower the block. Lower your elbows directly on your shoulders. Palms out in front for Sphinx pose. Think about pressing into your elbows, but slightly releasing your palms. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. That's when you dig your elbows into the mat. Lengthen through your chest. From here, we're going to lift and lower that right leg for 10. That's 9. Point the right toes, relax the left. 8, 7, gazes forward. 6, halfway. Squeeze the base of your right glute, that's 4. 3, last 2, and 1. Lower the right, lift the left. Here we go. 10, and 9. That's 8. Last 7, 6. You've got it. Last 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Lower the left leg. Now zip your legs together. Imagine your legs are just a long tail. Maybe your heels and your big toes touch. So with your arms out in front, Sphinx pose. We're going to lift and lower both legs. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, that's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. All right, lower down. Lock your hands under your lowest rib cage. Lower your chest, lower your chin, hold it here for a breath. On your next inhale, press up, full cobra. Lengthen along the backside, gaze up, look up. Bend your knees. Come back to a child's pose, draw your knees wide. Sink your hips towards your heels. Allow your hips to settle in towards your toes. With your arms reached out long, you're thinking about reaching them as far as you possibly can. No bend in those elbows. Inhale, rise up. Keep your heels in towards your glutes. Stack your shoulders over your wrist. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Supported push-up. Once you arrive, tap your toes. Draw your heels back into your glutes. Elbows stay tucked in. Press up slowly. Straighten the arms. Press the hips back to that child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. We'll lower down together for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Double toe tap for 2. And 1. All right, heels to glutes, elbows tucked in, press up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sink the hips back. Hold it here for just a breath. We're going to repeat that again. 5 count, push up, lower and lift. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Knees are still wide, shoulders over your hips. Exhale, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Once you arrive, tap your toes for 3. That's 2. Last 1, heels to your glutes, hold them there, press up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Press back, child's pose. Sink your hips to your heels. Allow your hips to sway side to side. All right, gently rise up, find a tabletop. Tuck your toes, walk your hands to your knees, lift your hips, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins, crown of your head away from your midline. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to pull towards the floor. Maybe allow your head to shake yes. Maybe shake it no. Inhale, slowly rise, 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, roll your shoulders up and back. All right, shake it out. Let's grab a hold of those weights. Draw your feet under your hips, 1 weight in each hand, arms by your side, palms facing in, sink your hips down low, find that chair. From here, right arm row, and release, left arm. Single arm row, and release. Keeping that elbow close in toward your body. See if you can get your hips an inch or two lower. Imagine you're trying to sit in that imaginary chair. Chest is lifted. Single arm row, alternating right and left. A few more. Maybe one more on each side. All right, lower those weights. Toe heel your feet wider than your hips. Heels and toes out. Bend into your knees. Bring those weights out in front of you. Slightly hinge forward. Back is flat. Soft bend your elbows like you're holding a big beach ball. Alternating. Reverse fly. Right and left. Keep it going. Open and close. Think about squeezing that shoulder with the same arm that you're moving. You are here. All right, give me one more on each side. We're going to change it up. Still with those weights though. All right, release the arms down. Tuck your feet back under your hips. Left leg is your base, starting tree on the right side. Draw the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left foot. Ankle, calf, or thigh. Palms facing up. Bicep curl to an arm press. Bring everything back down and extend. So as your arms are straight, palms are facing away from your body. As your elbows are bent, palms in towards your body. Full bicep curl. Press it overhead, palms faced out. A few more here, then we're going to switch sides. We'll change up the arms a little bit. Full bicep curl, hold that curl, Arnold press. All right, finish up where you're at. Release that right foot down, shake it out. So your right foot to the floor, open up your left hip, draw your sole of your left foot to the inside of your right foot, ankle, calf, or thigh. Palms facing in this time. 1.5 hammer curls, hold a 90 bend, bend, fly, lift, and lower, extend. Thumbs towards the same elbow or shoulder. Bring it back to that 90-degree bend, fly, lift, and lower. Your focus here is opening up that left hip. If you get the weebles and wobbles, that's okay. Full hammer curl, hold it halfway, bend, fly, lift, and lower. Release it down. We're going to change out these weights for a single block next. Last one here. All right, finish up where you're at. Set those weights down, shake it out, grab a block. Block between your palms long ways. We're gonna lift that right knee up, flex your right foot, reach your arms overhead. Draw your palms to your chest as you hinge forward, as you kick that right leg back, reach your arms forward. This is all in your balance. Now you can step your foot down in between as you bring that block to heart center. Then kick your right leg back as you reach your arms forward. Finding that warrior 3, block between your palms. Squeeze the base of your right glute. Micro bend in that standing left knee. All right, we're all gonna hold that right leg back. Release that block to the floor, tall ways. Hips are square, flex your right toes, L step, lower, and lift, Shiva squat, tuck it in. Kick it out, L step, lower, and lift, Shiva squat. In your Shiva squat, you're drawing that right knee to the outside of your left knee. calf, or ankle. Hands can be on the floor. They can be on blocks. You want to challenge your balance, you can bring your hands to heart center, maybe tee your arms. A few more here. L step to Shiva squat on the right side. All right, give me one more of each. L step, lift it lower. Shiva squat, tuck it in, kick it out. Lower your right foot, shake it out. Draw the hip side to side. Grab that block between your palms. Yes, we're going to do the left side now. Right foot your base. Left knee lifts, flex your left toes. Reach that block overhead between your palms. Block to heart center. Hinge forward, kick that left leg back. Reach the arms forward. Draw that left knee up, arms overhead. Any variation, you can step your foot down in between to add balance. Micro bend and that standing right knee. That will help with your balance. As you kick that left leg back, avoid opening up that left hip. We'll get into some hip openers in just a bit. One more here. We're all going to kick that left leg back. Block on the floor, hands on the block or floor, heart center, flex your left toes, L step, lower, and lift, Shiva squat, tuck it in, kick it back, L step, Shiva squat, drawing that left knee, this time to the outside of that right knee, calf, or ankle. Just like a deep curtsy, but you're keeping the left leg lifted. In that L step, flex your toes and keep that left leg as straight as you can. Nice, Mindy. L step, lower and lift. Shiva squat, tuck it in, kick it out. One more of each. All right, lower that left leg, shake it out. Pedal out the heels. Come on down the floor. We're going to grab all of our equipment and we're going to come onto our left side. Lower down to your left forearm. From here, we're going to do side frog legs. So, your knees are bent, lifting your feet and your knees off the floor, right elbow wide. Open up your legs like clamshell, kick them straight to the diagonal, zip your legs together, and then open. So your thighs and your knees, your calves and your feet are lifted the entire time. If it's comfortable, you can come completely onto your left hip. Personally, I find it more comfortable to lean slightly onto my back side, so I'm kind of between my left hip and my glute. Knees bend, knees extend. Few more. All right, lower your legs down. Lower your chest. Prop yourself up with your bottom hand. Legs are out long. Box out your top arm. That top right leg, we're going to tap in front. Big rainbow up and over, tap behind. Lift it up, tap in front. Inner and outer thigh work. And outer glute work on the right side. Now it doesn't matter how fast you go. You do want to try to make it slow and steady. The only thing moving is that top right leg. So you want to keep the hips square. That's what that right hand is for. Maybe draw that left elbow slightly back behind you for support. One more, forwards and back. All right, hold that right leg about hip height, maybe higher. Lift the bottom leg, tap the top leg, lower down. Lift the top leg, bottom leg taps, lower down. This is firing up the deep obliques on the right side. Right leg lifts, hold it. Left leg lifts, tap the right, both legs lower. Yeah. You can lift that right leg an inch or two. It doesn't have to be super high. The hip is just a starting point, or just an ability for you to know, okay, about hip height, but you can always go lower or higher. All right, lower the feet down. We're gonna quickly transition to the other side, starting back with those side froggers. Right forearm is down, left elbow wide, knees bent. Lift your knees and your feet. Legs extend, open and bend, extend, open and bend. This is quite the song as we bend the knees towards that top elbow. Keep it going, knees bend and extend. Remember, try to find that sweet spot. Maybe it's directly on your right hip if that's comfortable. We're all different. Maybe one side's different for you. Same thing on this side for me. I like that sweet spot between my right hip and my glute. A few more here. All right, give me one more. Frogger extend and bend. Go ahead and lower your forearms down. Prop yourself up with your bottom arm, legs reached out long, box out your top hand. Left leg, tap it in front. Lift it up, tap it behind. Keep it going, tap in front, tap it behind. Same thing on this side. Try not to move anything but that top left leg. You're working the inner and outer thigh on the left side. And of course the outer left glute. Couple more here. We've got the left obliques next. That left leg can come as high. You can make it as low of an arc as comfortable for you. One more time, forwards and backwards. All right, bring that left leg directly over the right. Bring it to hip height, higher or lower. Lift that bottom leg, tap the left. Lower the legs, lift your left leg, hold it high. Lift the right leg, lower down. Now high can be different for all of us. Get to your high height, whatever that is for you. And then release it down. Me too. We must be stronger on the left side. Maybe we'll start on this side. Yep. It's easier for me too. I know. I know exactly what you mean. All right, last one. We're gonna come onto our back. Let's do some core. And let's grab that weight, just one weight between your palms. Elbows are wide. Tuck your chin to your chest, and we're gonna crunch side to side. Think about drawing that elbow towards the hip, side to side. Just between your palms. So it's giving you that extra weight as you hold that crunch with your chin to your chest and your shoulders lifted. And then just side to side, just like more obliques. Yep, perfect. Just add a little bit of weight here. All right, finish up your set. Lower back down. We're going to keep that weight between our palms. As we crunch up, Lift your legs to the sky, deep V, reach through, bring it back down, head, neck, and shoulders, feet tap, lift and crunch, reach through, lower down. Now you can take out the extending of the legs and just keep your legs in that wide V bridge setup, reaching through and extending. Little additional inner and outer thigh stretch and work with the leg extends and lower down. Few more. Crunch, hold, extend, bend, and release. One more. All right, gently lower back down. Lower your feet to the floor if they're lifted. Weight still between your palms. This time, center crunches, lift and lower. If that weight bothers you, you can always set it off to the side. Using that weight just as a little additional resistance as you lift and as you lower. Elbows can be wide or tucked in towards your rib cage. Pressing through your heels, maybe so much that your toes are lifting. Knees to the sky, feet on the floor. Couple more. Last two. Last one. All right, lower all the way down. Bring that weight to your hips. Walk your feet wider than your hips, heels in, toes out, glute bridge, lift and lower. Gentle bridge, lift it up, lower down. Think about squeezing your glutes at the top. We're firing up those outer glutes once more. On the next one, hold the hips high, toe heel your feet all the way in so that your feet and your knees are zipped together. Now glute bridge tap and lift, keeping the legs in one long line. Squeeze to lift, squeeze to lower. Last 5. That's 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, lower your hips down. Set your weight off to the side. Draw your knees into your chest. Gentle sway from side to side. Gently sway back through center, keeping the knees in towards your chest. Bring the soles of your feet to the sky. You're welcome to continue holding the back side of your thighs, the outer edge of your calf, or the outer edge of each foot for your happy baby. Maybe find a sway here to release your lower back into the floor. Sway back through center, bring the soles of your feet together. Butterfly out your knees. The closer your heels are towards your hips, the deeper the stretch. You can always release the legs further out. Bring your knees back towards one another. Plant your feet to the floor. Lift your right leg up and over the left. Cactus the arms and allow your knees to fall to the left. Gently looking over your right shoulder. Spinal twist. Opening up your chest and your shoulders. Gently come back to center. Release your right foot to meet the left. This time lift your left foot up and over the right. Allow your knees to fall to the right. Gently looking over your left shoulder. Got all my equipment in the way. Very gentle spinal twist. Back to center. Release your left foot to meet the right. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite directions. Full body stretch. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. Hold your arms long overhead. Draw the sole of your right foot up to the inside of your left foot, calf, knee, or thigh for reclined tree, just as we did at the start of class. This time using the floor as a splint. Opening up the right hip a little bit more. Lengthen your right leg long to meet the left. Full body stretch, reaching long, tiny arch in your back. Release your stretch, arms stay overhead, right leg long. Draw the sole of your left foot up to the inside of your right leg. Move your thigh, your knee, calf, ankle, or foot. Relax your glutes, relax your hip flexor and your left knee. Inhale, reach your left leg long to meet the right. Tuck your knees into your chest, curl yourself into a tight ball. Gently rock and roll a few times along your spine for a spinal stretch. As many times as you need. When you're ready, come on up. Whoops, keep throwing my weights around. Come on up to a comfortable seat. Arms on your knees and just drawing some big torso circles. Doesn't matter which direction. When you get a few in this direction in, we're going to reverse it. Big circle, opposite direction. And come back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Twist, look over your right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. The light love in me honors, cherishes, and respects the light love in you, Mindy. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you.